Hello friends, welcome to my channel CBC Tutorials. In this video, I'll explain you the 15th and the 16th questions of the miscellaneous exercise. So let's start. Now let's see the 15th question. Now it says that in a survey of 60 people, 25 read newspaper H, 26 read newspaper T, then 26 again read I, 9 read both newspapers H and I, 11 read H and T, 8 read the newspapers T and I, and 3 read all 3 newspapers. So in the first bit they have asked us to find the number of people who read at least one of the newspapers, and in the second bit they have asked us to find the number of people who read exactly one newspaper. So first let's make a list of all the points that they have given to us. Now they say that 25 read newspaper H. So I have written number of elements of H is 25 because 25 people read newspaper H. Then 26 read T and 26 again read I. So I have listed that also. Then they say 9 read both H and I. When they say both H and I, it means intersection, because those 9 people like reading newspaper H as well as I. So we have to do H intersection I, which is equal to 9. That is, number of elements of H intersection I is equal to 9. Then we have 11 who read both H and T. That is, number of elements of H intersection T will be equal to 11. Then we have 8 people who read both T and I newspapers. That is, number of elements of T intersection I will be equal to 8. And there are 3 people who read all the 3 newspapers. In this sense, the intersection of all the 3 newspapers will be equal to 3. Now if you see in the first question, they have asked us to find the number of people who read at least one newspaper. Now wherever you see this word at least, it means you need to find the union. Okay, whenever in the question they give you the word or if they give you the word at least, it means you need to find the union. Okay, so it means that you need to find the union. So basically here you need to find the number of people who read at least one of the newspapers. That is, you need to find the number of elements of your union. Okay, like here the number of elements of different sets are given. You have to find the number of elements of the union of all these 3 newspapers. So this question I'm going to explain you with the help of the Venn diagram. And so we have been given the number of elements. We are going to shade the parts of those sets and represent those number of elements. So let us consider this rectangle to be our universal set, and this first circle which you can see, let us consider this to be our set H, to be our newspaper H. Then let us consider this to be our newspaper T, and the third circle to be the newspaper I. Now let us shade the region. Now whenever we have to shade the region and mention the number of elements of the set, always start with the intersections first. So you have 3 intersections given here of 3 sets. Now just check which part resembles that intersection of the 3 sets. Now if you see carefully, this part which is there, this part resembles the intersection of all these 3 sets. That is, in this part all the 3 sets meet. Okay, in this part, right? In this part you can see the I is also there, then the H is also there, and the T is also there. That is, all the 3 newspapers, that is all the 3 sets, they meet in this part. And if you see, the number of elements of this intersection of these 3 newspapers is 3. So the value of this part will be 3. That is, there are 3 elements present in this small part. Okay, only in this part 3 elements are present. Then next you see T intersection I. Now this is T and this is I, and the intersection of T and I is this region. Okay, this region which you can see over here, this is the intersection of T and I, and the intersection of T and I consists of 8 elements. Now over here you can see that already 3 elements have been marked in the T intersection I region, so the leftover elements will be 5, and when you see together they make up 8 elements. That is, T intersection I is 8 elements, and if you see together this region, that is the region of T intersection I, it consists of 8 elements. Now you see H intersection T. Now check for H intersection T. If you check this middle region, okay, this region, this whole region represents H intersection T. Now H intersection T consists of 11 elements. Now in this H intersection T you can see that already 3 elements we have marked. That is, this region consists of 3 elements. Okay, so the leftover this part, that is this part, will consist of 8 elements, because together 8 and 3 will make up 11. Okay, so together H and T intersection makes up 11 elements. So the H intersection T consists of 11 elements. Okay, 8 plus 3, that is 11. This part consists of 11 elements. Now you see H intersection I. Now if you check for H intersection I, this part is H intersection I, the part which I have darkened now just now, that is your H intersection I, and that consists of 9 elements. But since 3 elements are already marked in that H intersection I, so we will mark the leftover elements for this region, that is 9 minus 3, which is nothing but 6. Okay, so this region consists of 6 elements, and together this H intersection I, you can see, make up 6 plus 3, that is 9 elements, which is given in the question. Now you see the respective elements of all the 3 sets. Now let's first see H contains 25 elements. Now this whole H circle represents 25 elements, that is 25 people. But if you see that in this H circle I have already marked 8, 3 and 6 elements. Okay, so already 8, 3 and 6 are there. So we are going to add 8, 3 and 6 and write the leftover elements. That is, leftover will be 8. So when you add 8, 8, 3 and 6, it makes up 25. Okay, similarly for the number of elements of T, it is given 26. Now this whole T circle makes up 26 elements. But since we have already marked 8, 3 and 5, when we add and we subtract that from 26, what we get is 10. So now when you add this all, when you add 8 plus 10 plus 3 and 5, what you get is 26. Now check for this one. I also represents 26 elements. It is given the question. So this whole I represents 26 elements. But already this is given to you. Okay, already we have marked this number of elements. So the leftover is 12. Now if you add 12 plus 6 plus 3 plus 5, together they make up 26. Okay, so like that we have marked all the shaded regions. Now we are going to solve a question. So they have asked us to find at least one people who read at least one newspaper. That is, we need to find the union of all the 3 sets. So we have to find the number of elements of the union of the 3 sets. Okay, now how to find the number of elements of the union of the 3 sets? Now if you see, now union means all these 3 sets taken together, and I have marked the different portions to be the different number of people, so the different number of elements. So union is nothing but all the 3 sets taken together. So what it means that we just have to add all the values and we get the union. Okay, so we just have to add all the values. So first let me add 8 plus 10 plus 12, then plus 8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5. Okay, so this is not visible. I'll just write it once again. As I told you in the starting, whenever we have or whenever we have at least, it means we have to find the union. Okay, I hope now it's visible. So whenever we have or whenever we have at least, we have to find the union. Now when you add these all 3 sets, that is the different numbers or the different number of elements that I have mentioned in all the portions of those sets, when you add all of them, you get the union. And that is what you have to find in your first one. So when you add all of them, what you get is 52. So 52 is the number of people who read at least one newspaper. So that is the answer for the first one, that is, you had to find the union, and the union is nothing but if you add all the elements, you get the number of elements of your union. Okay, now the second one, you see, they ask us to find the number of people who read exactly one newspaper. Now what does this mean, exactly one newspaper? It means that the people who read only one newspaper and not other than that. Now for example, you see for this H. Okay, now for this H newspaper, this portion consists of the people, that is this portion which is there, it consists of 8 number of peoples, and those 8 people read H, the newspaper H, as well as they read the newspaper T. You can see they read the newspapers H and T. And this 3 people which is mentioned over here, they read the newspaper H because it comes in the circle of H. Then they even read the newspaper I, and they also read the newspaper T. Also, if you see the 6 people over here which I have mentioned, they read the newspaper H because this portion comes in the circle of H. Then they even read the newspaper I because this portion comes in the circle of I. but we want the number of people who read exactly one newspaper. So if you see this portion, that is this portion which consists of 8 people, only this portion, okay, only this portion which consists of 8 people, these are the number of people who read exactly one newspaper. That one newspaper is H. Okay, so first we are going to write the number of so we are going to add those number of people. So we have got 8. Then check for I. For I, only this portion of people, that is this 12 people are there who read only the newspaper I, and they do not read any other newspaper other than I. This portion also consists of people, but they read I as well as H. But we want only those people who read exactly one newspaper. So we're going to take these number of people, that is 12, and we're going to add them. Also for the T newspaper, you can see that only this people, this region of people, only these 10 people are there who read exactly one newspaper, and that one newspaper is T. Okay, so we're going to add up all the values, and what we get is 30. So 30 is the number of the people who read exactly one newspaper, and that one newspaper can either be H, I or T. So that's all for the 15th question. Now in the 11th question you can see, in the 16th question you can see, they have given in a survey, it was found that 21 people liked product A, 26 people liked product B, 29 people liked product C, then 14 liked both A and B. Both A and B means we have to find, that is, it is given the intersection of A and B. Then 12 liked C and A, that is intersection of A and C. Then 14 liked B and C, that is intersection of B and C, and 8 liked all 3, that is A intersection B intersection C. So first let's make the list of all the elements that is given to us, number of elements. So they say 21 liked product A, so number of people who liked product A is 21. Then 26 liked B, 29 liked C, so number of people who liked B and C are 26 and 29 respectively. Then 14 liked both A and B, so A intersection B's number of elements is 14. Similarly 12 liked A and C, and 14 liked B and C, so number of elements of A and C is 12. Then similarly for number of elements of B intersection C is 14, because 14 liked both B and C, so when they say both it means intersection. Then they say 8 liked all 3, so intersection of all the 3 products, that is A intersection B intersection C, and the total number of elements of A intersection B intersection C is 8, because 8 people liked all the 3. Now here comes the question. They ask that how many people liked product C only. Okay, so we have to find the people who liked only the product C and not any other product other than C. Now this might mean, now it might also include that there might be people who might liking who might be like, you know, they might like product C as well as A and B. Then some may have a liking for A and also for B. So we have to find only those people who like the product C entirely and not any other product. So first let's shade the region of the Venn diagram by using those number of elements. So I've always said you that whenever we shade the regions by using the number of elements, we first take the number of elements of intersections. So here you can see they have given the intersection of 3 sets. So always take the intersections first, and the larger the intersection, they take it first. Okay. So first we will see that this is A, this is B, and this is C. Okay, we have taken 3 sets. Then they have given us that A intersection B intersection C is 8. So the intersection of all these 3 sets, if you look, this region is 8. Okay, this is the intersection of all the 3 sets A, B and C. This part is the intersection of all the 3 sets. Now B intersection C is 14. This is set B and set C. The intersection part is this part. Okay, this part is the intersection part, and that is 14. Already we have written 8 over there, so we are going to write 6. 8 plus 6 together make up 14. Then A intersection C is 12. A and C meet in this region. Already we have written 8, so we are going to write 4, and 8 and 4 makes up 12. Then A intersection B is 14. A and B together make up this region. Already we have written 8, so we are going to write 6 over here. Together they make up 14 number of elements, that is A intersection B's elements. Now see that set A has total 21 elements. So if you see the set A together, we have already marked 8 plus 6 plus 4 elements. So the leftover elements will be 3. Now if you add all these elements of set A, what you get is 21 elements. Similarly for the set B, together it makes up 21 elements. Okay, but since we have already marked 8 plus 6 plus 8, 6 and 2 times, okay, 6, so we're going to write 6 over here, and together they make up 26 elements. Similarly for C also, you can see that total it makes up 29 elements. Now since we have already marked these elements over here, the leftover, if you see, it comes 11. Now if you do 11 plus 4 plus 8 plus 6, together it makes up 29. So we have done with the Venn diagram. Now we need to check the number of people who like only product C. Now if you look carefully, this is the circle which represents the number of people who like product C. Now if you look at this 4 represents the number of people who like product C, but they even have a liking for product A. Then when you look at this 8 represents the number of people who like the product C, and they even like the products A and B because it is the intersection of all three sets. Then if you look at this portion which represents C, which represents 6 elements, it means that there are 6 people who like the product C, and these 6 people like product B as well, because this 6 comes in the part of B set also. There are only 11 people, okay, you can see there are only 11 people of this region who like only product C, and they do not have a liking for any other products. So when they have asked us that the number of people who like C only, then it means there are 11 people who like C, because if you can look carefully over here, only this region represents the number of people who have a liking for the product C, and they do not like any other product other than C. So when they have asked C only, you have to shade this region, and this region represents 11 number of people. So the number of people who like product C only is equal to 11. So with this, friends, we come to the end of our chapter sets. I hope you understood all of my videos, and if you liked it, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel, and also leave your comments in the comment section because it really motivates me to make more and more videos. So thank you for watching. Meet you in the next video.